So what do you do if you like the silhouette of the old Gibson Les Paul Special double cutaways, but you like the more traditional top contour of the classic Les Pauls? If this is your dilemma, then maybe the Les Paul DC Studios from the late 90s are the answer to your questions. This guitar first came out in around 97, and it was introduced, many say, to compete with Paul Reed Smith. It's a double cutaway. It has a single volume, single tone. It has a wraparound bridge. The studio has 24 frets. All of these design features are taken directly from the Paul Reed Smiths that were, at the time, taking up a lot of Gibson's market share. So they were trying to gain a little bit of that back and introduce a more modern guitar. It's also heavily chambered, so it's very light. The body is maple top and mahogany back and a mahogany neck, just like you would expect to see on any Les Paul. The fingerboard is rosewood. This model being a studio, it didn't have fancy inlays or neck binding or anything like that. The guitar I'm showing you today is pretty heavily modified. All the hardware has been changed out for gold hardware. But stock, these would have come with a simple wraparound tailpiece and Grover tuners. Mine have been swapped out for Gibson Luck tuners. I bought this guitar in 2008, I think, and I used it to prototype my early humbucker designs. The pickups that are in it are the prototypes for my Obsession Bolero humbucker set, which is a neck and bridge position set. A little bit hot 4-wire humbucker. They're not potted, so if you get really loud with a lot of gain, they will get a little microphonic. When I bought this guitar, it was loaded with EMG's fully active system. I got rid of that, put my pickups in it. I put Gibson 500K pots in it. I used orange drop tone capacitor and Switchcraft switch. Pickup rings are gold plated metal. I was just trying to go with something a little different. It's a studio, but it's a dressed up studio. So this guitar is very beat up. It's been played hard for a lot of years, but it still plays absolutely fantastic. It sounds incredible. If you want to try and get a clean, jazzy or bluesy type sound, it sounds like this. With that tone and sustain, it's really great for classic rock, you know, just straight up rock and roll, like this. But I know what you're asking. The most important question on YouTube, period. Can you play metal on it? if you like the sound and playability of this guitar, and it's an amazingly playable guitar, it just plays like a dream. They're really reasonable. You can get them in the $700 range used. They're an incredible bargain. There was also a standard and a pro, which the standard featured, I think, 22 frets, and the pro also had 24 frets, but it had binding and it was a little fancier than the studio. Those are a little harder to find. The studios, though, are plentiful and cheap, really. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at a kind of an odd Gibson guitar that gets overlooked a lot. And next time you're thinking about a Les Paul, but maybe you want something a little different, think about the DC. Till next time, see you later.